Hello, what is up boys and girls, TheGreatPOTUS here once again with yet another Call of Duty Black Ops 2 commentary, and today we're going to be talking about the new consoles such as the Xbox 720 and the PS4 that are said and rumored to come out, and of course the rumors that go along with it. But before we get started into that, I'm going to let you guys know a little bit about this gameplay. So this is obviously not the best gameplay that I've had, but this is gameplay that I have played with my subscribers. And of course, if you guys would like to game with me, my gamertag to my Xbox 360 is in the description down below. My Steam ID is also in the description, just add me. If my friends list is full, send me a message and I will make space for you and add you, and then you can just accept that friend request and we can game. Nevertheless, new consoles. Okay, so there are a lot of rumors coming out about the Xbox 720 and of course the PS4, and Woody's gamertag covered a little bit about it, but I'm just going to talk about the rumors themselves and of course my reaction to them, because I don't really know where I stand as to where this comes. Now, the Xbox 360 is something that I've been playing for maybe like 4 years now, and it hasn't really felt like we need a new console. At least to me, it doesn't feel like we need a new console, like we definitely need one. It's more of like, it'll be a nice little upgrade. Now, before you guys get started saying, oh, well, he's an Xbox fanboy. No, I play PC, I play Xbox 360, and I used to play PS3 until it broke. Once it gets repaired, of course, I'll be playing back on that. Nevertheless, I'm not a fan of any in particular. I play them all. A video game is a video game to me. Of course, some games run better in a certain console or PC. And of course, some games are exclusive, like Halo is exclusive to Xbox 360. Nevertheless, I do not have anything against any consoles except the Wii. I mean, come on, it's a Wii. But anyways, so if the rumors hold true, I don't really know how I'm feeling about these consoles. So one of the biggest problems to me, at least, and this is the biggest issue that I think will be an issue to a lot of people, is the fact that there are going to be no used games. So Woody was talking about it, and when I heard this, at first I was like, you know what, that's great, because who wants to really buy a used game, blah blah blah. What if you get ripped off? What if the game doesn't work, blah blah blah. But it's horrible. Think about it. You go to GameStop and you buy a game, it gives you an activation code, you put it into your Xbox, PS3 or PC, and then after that it's worthless. I mean, say you didn't like the game, say you got, I don't know, Madden 13, whatever. You played it, you didn't like it. You wanted to go trade it into GameStop, you can't do it. You know why? You used activation code. You want to sell it on eBay, you can't do it. You sold the activation code. So basically, once you buy the game, you're stuck with it. You can only buy new games, which, if the prices hold to how they are now, you're going to be paying for a $60 game, and then you're stuck with it. I mean, I'm guilty of this. Sometimes I buy games just to try them out. If I don't like them, I sell them. Or I get the games just to play the campaign, and then I sell them. I did that with Saw, I did that with Sleeping Dogs, I did that with a lot of games. So, this is going to be a very big issue to a lot of people, and especially it's going to be hurting GameStop. Now, GameStop, for you guys that know, sell video games, and they sell video game consoles, and they sell controllers and accessories and all that good stuff. But a big portion of their profit comes from them selling used games. Think about it. The corporation sells a game to GameStop, and then GameStop sells it for 60 bucks, the money goes to the corporation. And then from there on, say the customer didn't want it anymore and they sold it to GameStop. GameStop then buys it and sells it again for more profit for GameStop. Once it leaves the corporation's hands, or the company's hands, my apologies, GameStop makes all the money from it after that. The company makes no money from it. I mean, the company only does business between GameStop and the company itself. And once that passes from customer to customer to customer, is all with GameStop. So GameStop's making the big profit right now with used games, and if they cut all used games, I don't really know what's gonna happen with GameStop. Honestly, it might crash. They're probably gonna start doing bad. Think about, for example, GameFly. GameFly, it's a company that specifies in game rentals. They send you a game, you play it, you return it. It's like Netflix but for video games. What are they gonna do once you can't really do anything with the new console games? They're really going to be out of business unless people just don't buy the new consoles. But I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are going to buy new consoles. I, for myself, am not sure if I'm going to get it yet, because as I'm seeing, it's not really looking very promising and very improving. But I never know, honestly. Now, the second thing. The Xbox 720 is said that you have to be always online. You have to be online to play anything, which is a big issue. Now, I know a lot of people in upstate New York, more like in the, I guess you could say like the countryside, quote unquote, not really countryside, but in upstate New York, where they don't really have, good internet. They really have bad internet. My grandparents live there. Horrible internet. And a lot of people don't even have internet because there's no providers to provide internet there. Either that or they just don't get internet. There's no towers there. There's no cables or anything. They go to their houses that have to do with internet. So they kind of don't even have phones, honestly. And so what are you going to do if you don't have internet? Now, me for myself, when I went to their house, I went there for last Thanksgiving. And I actually did play the Modern Warfare 3 campaign at their house offline because they had no internet. They had it, but it was really, really slow and really not worth it. But I played campaign offline. Now, what about for all the people that really don't get internet, they have crappy internet, or they just want to play the campaign offline? This is going to be a big issue. A lot of people aren't going to be able to play Xbox, or I don't know if the PS3 is doing this, but apparently the Xbox is. They're not going to be able to play offline. That's going to be a really big thing. A lot of people play offline. It's not like everyone plays just to get Xbox Live. And here's the other thing. If you don't have Xbox Live and you have to play online, will Microsoft force you basically to get Xbox Live? Will they force you to get it? I don't know how that's going to work. Nevertheless, I'm not really sure how I feel about that. I play online, but then again, I do also play offline. And here's another thing. A lot of YouTubers tend to buy the Call of Duty early. So say it comes out on November 13th. Say they can get it for like 2 weeks earlier. They pay like $250 for it, but they get it 2 weeks earlier. And of course, they are allowed to record all they want while they're offline. Say they record the campaign, and then they just upload it the day that it releases. Now, for these people, they're not going to be able to make their videos early anymore. And for coming from YouTube, this is going to be a very big issue. I know that Woody's Gamertag does it. I know some of my fellow YouTubers do it, and they get the game early, and then they do videos on it, and the day it comes out, they just start releasing videos. What are they going to do when they can't play offline? They can't make videos, and then they're kind of forced to just wait until it happens, and it's not really going to be much of a fair thing for people to you know, upload and stuff. The bigger channels usually upload as soon as it hits midnight. As soon as they're allowed to, they tend to upload. But now what? You're going to have to go into the game at midnight. You're going to have to, you know, get the gameplay that you can get, and then make a video of it, which by the time you finish editing and everything, you'll probably get it up around 3 in the morning, which is really late, honestly, when it comes from a YouTuber. Now, another thing. The Xbox 720 and the PS4 are said to have 8 gigs of RAM. Now, for you guys that don't know what RAM is, it's basically what runs the speed of the console, I guess you could say, also in computers. So it kind of does affect how smooth the game runs. Now, for example, if you guys have a computer, if you get like a computer that has like 1 gig of RAM, it really won't run games that well. I mean, for myself, my computer has 8 gigs of RAM, and it can't run specific games. Now, the Xbox 360, to put into perspective, runs 4 gigs of RAM. So that means that the speed that we have right now and the smoothness of the games that we have right now, it'll double, which I'm actually pretty excited for, which means that the graphics can be a lot better. It makes space for the graphics to be better, makes space for the games to run a lot smoother, make it more complicated, and just make everything look a lot nicer. So I'm kind of excited about having the consoles having, you know, 8 gigs of RAM, but not sure about the other stuff that I said previously. Now, the releases dates are supposed to be, supposedly, rumors are supposed to be that the Xbox 720 will release during E3, which I believe is in June, maybe? I'm not really sure. Honestly, I really don't know when E3 is. I don't really pay attention to that stuff. And the PS4 or the new PS3 is rumored to be releasing around Christmas. Now, that means that the PS3 will have a lot more time to catch up and to improve from what the Xbox has done. So say the Xbox comes out with the best thing ever, PS4 will have time to improve on it because they have a couple months to work on it. And the last thing that I want to talk about is the controller. So I don't really know how the controllers are going to be in this game, whether they're going to be any different or how the consoles are going to be with the controllers. They might feel different. I guess it's just something we're going to have to get used to. Nevertheless, if you like this video, please leave a like, leave a comment down below. If you guys have not yet, please subscribe. I will keep you guys informed on this, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, guys.